to stop evil, knowing the vision. Glad to stop people going to prison. Future, present, and odd past. Super presence on podcasts. Laughing or frown, lasting or drown. Sat on pods like passing the crown. Odd pass, you pick out plain English. Podcast, blue tick, and James English.
Been through a lot and came out the other side. Learned a lot about myself along the ride. Now I'm living my best life.
Hey everyone, I'm Neah Inspired. I've lost my voice, I know, not very inspiring, but we're back at it today. Another episode of Unapologetically Inspired Voices, honeys. Today I'm with the amazing, what's your name, where'd you come from?
Cliche, from South London, Lewisham.
Oh, we love that. I felt like little Cilla Black vibes then. What's your name, where do you come from? So, we've been meaning to catch up for a while, haven't we? We've both kind of done the rounds on the podcast scene. Yeah. I think I've obviously seen some stuff of yours, done a few background checks, do you know what I mean, a little bit of research, and you was away for a long time, right?
Yeah, I was away for 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, how old are you now?
30.
13. How old was you when you went away?
I was 16. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I was 16 when I was found guilty.
Right.
I was 15 when the incident took place.
So what was that like? You went to juvie, or was that secure?
Yeah, no, I tried to go secure, but I missed it. They sent me straight to juveniles. Yeah.
Oh, did they? I was in juvie once. It's wild in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's different.
So what was that? Was there a few of you? So what was that? Obviously an M charge, was that?
So that was for a murder, but we were all, apart from the perpetrator, we were all sentenced under joint enterprise. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I was actually campaigning with Jenga before.
Yeah,
because I've got a few friends ultimately inside that, in the same situation, doing life for, murders they didn't do. And it's really, I think, and it was actually said years ago, while you was probably inside when this happened, that they was, abolishing it.
Scrapping it, yeah. They said that.
They said that, but ultimately, there's still so many people sitting there with 20 years on them and stuff.
And all they done was change the wording. So people are still being sent to prison for joint enterprise, but they use different wording.
Yeah.
It's I can't remember the exact name, but they've changed how they will find you guilty. So
yeah.
They've kind of just swept it under the rug, and obviously you still got thousands, hundreds of people still in jail today. Do you know what I mean?
It's really, really sad. How did you find that at 16? You've got life for murder.
Yeah, if I'm totally honest, I can't actually remember the feeling, because obviously it was so long ago.
And I can imagine you go numb as well.
Yeah, but I don't know, I just kind of it just didn't feel real, it sounds cliche to say it, but
Jeez, cliche.
sounds cliche to say it, but it literally just didn't feel real, and I think I was just kind of just coasting with life. Do you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really deep in what had happened.
You probably wouldn't at that age.
Yeah, I wasn't deep in what had happened, and I think being numb, I think that's part of shock.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just you're so shocked, you're just dealing with it.
Most definitely.
If you're sitting and thinking about it, it'll probably eat away.
Most definitely, it will.
So,
yeah. You seem so chill, and so you've got a lovely little aura about you. Have you always been like that?
No, I've always been like that still.
Have you?
Even when I got the fucking life sentence.
Did you?
I was just, obviously, I've had ups and downs, but I said 80% of the time when I was in custody in prison, nobody would ever know I'm doing a big sentence, because I was the life of the wing or the classroom. I was always the bubbly. I was always busting jokes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of kept me sane.
Same.
Just always laughing. I definitely believe laughing does something for your mental health.
Most definitely.
I laughed my whole sentence.
Me too. They thought I was nuts.
Yeah.
Because I was just like that the whole time. But
it keeps you going, innit?
Of course it does.
Being depressed this long.
Yeah. It's ultimately, without if you're not like that, it's every day is just going to be so much harder, and you can't ultimately it's out of your control. 100%. So you're just punishing yourself more by being depressed.
No, it's true.
100%. Was it that? There's a real beauty in that though, to face significant challenges in life, especially the sentence that you've done,
of course,
and still remain humble, and you could see that you've got such a nice aura about you, that there's a real beauty in that. It's a real credit to you.
No, thank you.
Shout that out.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, so Cliche, what's the story behind that?
The name.
So, I feel like there's a backstory here.
No, there is still.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets it though. So basically,
try me.
So I remember the actual word cliche. It basically means it's what's expected or something, or it could also like come under like maybe like a stereotype. So, for example, if I said to you, I've got a new singer that's part of my music group. He's an R&B singer. He makes love songs, yeah. Like, if he was to come and look a certain way that you would, like, link to being a sweet boy or a pretty boy, lover boy, that's cliche of him to look like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, my whole life, I felt like I've always, like, led... I won't call it a double life, but, like...
Wait, sorry, shut up. Is that not your real name then?
No, that's not even my real
You're
name.
joking
No, I swear
me.
that, yeah, that's not my real name. That's like my music
up.
name.
Really?
Yeah, that's like my music stage name, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So now we're on track now.
Yeah, we're on
now.
track
No,
now.
that's not my real name still.
Right, because I thought, oh my God, I really want to ask the backstory of the name.
Cliche. Oh, no. There is a backstory, though.
Okay.
There's the backstory.
What's the backstory?
So basically, look, I
I'm
felt
looking.
like my life has always been like two different ends. Like, for example, like growing up, you know, I had a good childhood, like went to grammar school, but then obviously I was heavily involved in gangs in South London. So like, I've always lived a life, it's like two ends of the spectrum, if that makes sense. So I wasn't like your typical cliche, if that makes sense. So if someone goes, oh, I've got a boy here, goes to a grammar school, one of the best grammar schools in Kent, obviously, like, I might not look how they thought I would look, or I might not be how they thought I would be. And then if someone said, look, I've got a gang member from South London here, I might not look how they thought I would look, and I might not even act how they thought. That makes sense. So, like, I'm like the opposite to what a cliche is.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I first started doing music in jail, I used to
I
make,
can't
like...
believe it.
You thought that was my name, yeah?
Yeah.
Nah, when I first used to make music in jail, I actually used to make R&B, like, love music. Yeah,
Did
so...
you? What, like singing?
Singing, yeah.
Oh,
like, that's how I
sick.
started music. I used to sing, and like, Cliche just stuck with me. I don't know. I liked it. It wasn't.
Yeah, I love it.
It wasn't gang. It wasn't hood. It was like a pop name. It was like a little pop, like a pop stage name. So I thought, Cliche. And I tried to picture like girls and women shouting.
Oh yeah.
And it made sense. It just sounded like
Yeah.
a stage name. You get me? It sounded like a pop
Sick.
name. Yeah. So that's how it came. Yeah.
So is that is that what? When did you start to get into kind of music? Was that in before you got the sentence?
When I was in prison, I'd say like 2014. Yeah, 2014.
Did you find that's kind of way of, you know, like a therapy and a way of coping?
Yeah, it was like a way of release. Like, for me, I didn't really write it to think I'm going to do this as a career. It was more like, this is how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to write about. Yeah. Yeah, it's
You're
the
smashing on the
emotions.
music though. You're really good.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Did you expect that to like this to come from that?
Not really, but then just before I got out of jail, there was like a freestyle that I did.
You went viral, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
So that video,
Yeah.
obviously, there's a video that I did, and then like that's obviously I've never had social media before. Obviously, there was no such thing as social media.
Yeah,
in
of course.
2011 was when I went jail. So
Wow.
I think like releasing music or a rap video of me, and then like getting all the likes, the comments, I don't know, it done something to my brain. It made me say, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It did something for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's like in prison, people will big you up, but they only big you up to a certain level. You know this. People don't really. There's more haters than supporters in jail. That's one thing I'll definitely say. People, they don't really want to see you shine, innit?
No, they don't.
They want to shine. If they're not shining, they don't want to hear nothing. So for me, like, people would big me up in prison for my music, but I think seeing like normal people really big me up and really write nice comments made me think, I'm gonna do this as a career when I get out. So that's when I said, I'm gonna pursue this properly.
What was it like? What was it like for you? Like getting out? Was it like just music on the mic? How did that? When you've gone away at 15, right? And then you get out at how old?
I was 28.
28.
28, yeah.
So you've got, essentially you've gone away as a boy. You're coming out as a grown man.
Literally.
What was that like for you?
It was, I wouldn't say it was weird, but it wasn't weird, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it was weird. It was meant to be weird, but it wasn't weird.
Really?
Which also is weird. Does that make sense? Because I didn't feel weirded out.
Yeah.
It made me question, am I even all there? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, even before, like when I was
I
coming,
can't cope with you.
like when I was coming out of jail, everyone used to say to me, "Oh, like, are you scared? Are you this? Are you
Yeah.
that?" And I genuinely used to say, "No."
And I think part of that probably is because even though you've gone away young and you're coming out as, you know, a man, you've been around them, the boys,
yeah,
you know, inside. So, you know, it's not like you're...
I think like, do you know what it is? I knew I was coming out. Things were like in order, as in like I had a job waiting there. I had somewhere to stay.
amazing.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like things were sorted, so there wasn't nothing to really stress about.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you know what is really the main reason? I think I'd been away so long, yeah, like genuinely forgot what freedom was like.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You do,
Like
don't you?
genuinely forgot what freedom was like. So a lot of people will be like quite scared or they'd be quite anxious to get out of jail.
Yeah.
And the reason they're anxious to get out of jail, because like if you ask them, they would say, oh, like money or
Yeah.
kids or
Nowhere to stay or
this
stuff
or
like
that.
that.
For me, I can't lie, because I didn't know what I was in for. It didn't stress me out. It sounds mad, but like there was no anxiety. I was excited to get out, but like there was no anxiety.
There was no worry in
There
a
was
sense of you had
worries, no
nothing to
anxiety,
worry
'cause
about.
I didn't know what I was in for.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm getting out, yeah. And then I've come out and I think like I didn't really allow myself to have time to sit and think. I was just on go, like from the jump.
I think
like,
you have to be as well.
Yeah, which is good for me. That's helped
Yeah.
me. But I remember like I think I went studio like within the first week of getting out, shot my first music video in 3 weeks of getting
one
out.
was that?
That was at Ocean Eyes. That's done the best views to this day.
What one's that? Let me see.
It's like it's called Ocean. It's like the Billie Eilish remix, but
Is that the one where
it's
you're
on like 260K.
in the
It's like Gucci orange lights.
Right, okay,
it's
yeah,
like
I've
it's got
seen
a
that.
sample. So yeah, and the thing is, what's funny about that video is that was meant to go to a platform, Hardest Bars, Joey Clipstar,
yes.
but because of the copyright, they rejected it.
Oh, because of the song.
Billie Eilish copyright, yeah.
Oh no, what a shame.
But then I uploaded it on my own channel. I got more views
Banged.
than like their whole channel combined.
See,
So I don't
tell
even,
them.
I don't even care. All their little videos are getting like 4Ks. I'm like over 250,000 on my own. So
Sick.
that's probably my biggest song to this day. Probably like So
You've got. We'll go into that maybe like at the end. That unreleased. You're gonna do that, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we'll wrap up with that at the end.
Yeah.
So how many of you was it that went away?
So on my case, there was, I think 9 of us went to jail.
You all went to jail for murder?
Oh no, so 9 of us went to jail. 7 of us were found guilty of the crime. So two got off. Yeah, 9.
This is what winds me up with the murder thing. You know, the joint enterprise thing, because it's like, you know, ultimately, whatever. We're not going to go into all of that, you know. But ultimately, 7. You know, 7 people didn't.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because 7 people are away for life.
Yeah, with my case, what's annoying is like, you get some joint enterprise cases like someone will do something. Obviously, no one's talking, no one's owning up here.
Of course not.
And I'm still not justifying when they find them all guilty, but like, you got more. I understand it more when you do it like that. As in, we don't know who's done it. No one's owning up. Let's sentence them all. Yeah, but with mine,
Yeah,
like,
what
it's
happened
clear
with-
cut. It's clear
Was
cut.
it?
He's done it on camera. Like,
Shut
you
up,
get what I'm
right?
trying
Well,
to
tell me
say?
about this.
Do you
I
know
didn't know
what
how
I'm
far
saying?
to dig on this.
Yeah, like it's clear cut. So with my case, like it's long to break it down, but
they
long
see
story
that.
short,
Yeah.
we were school kids. Some of my friends got provoked at school that day, so we thought, you know what, we're gonna go confront these boys.
Yeah.
So we've got a bus. That's how young we was. We got on a bus. We tapped our Oyster cards. See, Oyster cards are linked to us, like our address, so everything. Innit?
Of course, yeah.
But we're not thinking.
Of course, you're not. You're 15.
MI5. We're not thinking let's cover. Like we didn't even think anything mad was gonna happen. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like we just thought, fuck it, let's go. Boom, gone to the area. There was a lot more of them than us. They've left. Like they ran off. They came back, but when they came back with weapons.
Right.
Unfortunately, the boy that actually got stabbed on my case, the boy that lost his life, he wasn't really involved in gangs, but he got called by one.
To come and back it or
He
something.
got called to come and back it. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like anyone losing a life sad, but it wasn't even his beef. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like he came along to show face, and then unfortunately he's the one that got caught and stabbed by someone from my group. But
Where did he get stabbed?
he got stabbed under his left shoulder.
So was it like they've got an artery?
Yeah, I think it hit like a pulmonary vein, which is like connected to your heart.
Right.
So like, yeah, where the stabbing happened is in broad daylight. happened on camera. I had about 20 something witnesses all say it was him. Like everyone saw it happen. It was one stab wound. But yeah, they managed to find all 7 of us guilty.
Why was that? Was that because you didn't say it was him?
It wasn't even because we didn't say it. It's because we all went. Yeah, it's because we all got on the bus.
Yeah, the joint enterprise.
They were trying to grab everyone that went on the bus.
That is...
Yeah, it's fucked. So at the start, during my trial, they were trying to
I bet you never thought that you was going to go away for that.
I can't lie, I never thought.
Not murder.
I just used to think, number one, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Number two, this is England. Like, this is a fair country.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
think
I just
so.
thought this ain't there's no dictator running this country. It's not no third world country. I thought, yeah, I'm a normal kid, man. What the hell? Like, it's on camera. Everything's on camera. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everything, I'm all right. I still had a defense, but I wasn't nowhere near where the stabbing happened. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could show how far away I was from the actual stabbing. On CCTV, I remember I was like, I can't remember the exact number. I was about either 44 or 44 to 47 seconds away, running distance. That's how far away I was.
From when the boy... And you got life sentence.
And I still got life. I know. The reason they got me, though...
What?
I know, it's fucked. The reason they got me, like, I genuinely believe the reason they got me is because... Remember I told you the boys, when we first got there, they ran away and then they came back. When they came back with like a lot of weapons, a lot of swords, yeah. And at the time, where the first time they'd run off, they'd left like their bikes, they'd left a lot of knives. And when they came back the second time, obviously I shouldn't have done it, but everyone still says to this day, in a court of law, you're allowed to defend yourself. Like if you're faced with swords. Do you know what?
What I've learned from my own experiences, there is no kind of self-defense. There's no
it's like you just have to get...
You either go to prison or you lose.
Get in it. Yeah, you get it there. That's a joke. But
it's messed up.
What I did was... Are you
saying sorry to?
What I did was...
Joking, my friend done that the other day. She was like, sorry. I was like, who apologising to? She's like, tonight.
Nah, it's manners, isn't it? Like,
go on, sorry.
I've picked up... That's calm. So when these guys have come back, obviously one of the knives that was there, I've picked it up.
Right.
And I didn't stab no one with it. I didn't like use it on anyone, but the fact that I touched it, they were like, "Yeah, that's the intent."
Oh, so was that the murder weapon?
That wasn't even the murder. That was one of their knives.
Right.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? That was one of the other group's knives, but I've touched it, and then that was what they were like. That was what they were homing on. Yeah, he touched it. But I just said, listen, at the end of the day, I'm 15. There's 17-year-olds waving swords from a distance at me, saying they're gonna stab me, whatever. I saw a knife. I just felt more comfortable holding it.
Yeah.
I said, in a court of law, like. You know what I mean? It's like that ain't even self-defense.
There's still not even
because nothing's happened. But,
But
that's all they had on me, and it worked in the end. So I'll give it to. In the end, the jury they found me guilty.
How fucked is the system?
Yeah, but like with murder trials, it's mad because you're not meant to return a verdict of guilty unless you're like 1,000,000%. It's meant to be like beyond reasonable doubt.
Yes.
And like I don't.
How ridiculous is that?
It's a joke. Like,
well, there's definitely
there was
reasonable
so much
doubt there.
There was doubt. There was even doubt on the guy that actually done the murder. Yeah. So there's definitely doubt on me. But
did you all get? How long did he get?
He got 15.
So what? Not even much longer than you.
So he got 3 more. Another guy got 14. So he got 1 less, but he was a bit closer to the stabbing.
So you got sentenced as children.
Children, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got given 12 years HMP, which is like. It's like a child's life sentence.
Yeah.
It's different when you're 18. I think you get like a discretionary or a mandatory life, one of them.
Yeah.
Difference between my sentence and an adult's life sentence. We halfway, we get like an opportunity to apply for some time off. I didn't get no time off.
Didn't you?
No, that's my fault though. I ain't gonna blame no one. That's just me fucking around, innit? But that's the only thing you get. And I think like when you go for your parole, they take into account, he was a child. They're a bit more lenient.
Yeah. You've got more chance of getting things.
There's more leniency
for that.
Like a murder's a murder, but like
when you're a child, you can get a little.
When you're a child, it's different. When you're a grown man or grown woman, they look at you a bit like, you're an adult. You knew what you was doing.
Yeah.
Still. But when I went for my parole, I'll be honest with you, like I could feel that they were being kind of lenient. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Not lenient enough to let you out.
No, they let me out. Oh, no, not my trial. I mean parole. So like.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years ago, like when I'm coming up to get out.
Oh, right, okay. So you still have to sit the parole as a life for that.
Yeah. This ain't
even though you said
this ain't no release.
I don't really know much about the child.
So like when you get a life sentence or IPP, Yeah, there's no release date.
So, right, so you could, if you was still, like, you know, if they would said, no, he's bad kid,
Yeah, I'd
still
still be there now. I nearly got caught with a USB like a month before my parole.
Oh my God, don't you giving me anxiety?
And when I say I nearly got caught, I'm talking like I had it in my ass. Like not in, like literally just sitting there. And they took me to the x-ray and everything. And I managed to just flick it like down to my ankle.
Did you?
It was so mad. The way it happened was so mad. But my brain
It
kept
meant
on
to happen.
saying, if you get caught with this, you're staying in
It's
jail.
another 2 year knockback,
So like, I was
innit?
ready to like do whatever I had to do to get rid of it. But like in the end, it worked out well. But like, yeah, with parole, like you will sit your sentence. So I got 12 years. I had to do my minimum. I sat my 12 years, and then I go for a parole. It doesn't like, it's not immediate release. It's like you still have to justify why I'll be allowed back in public. I have to justify why
you're not a risk. So you know why you're not a risk. Yeah.
And like it took 2 months to come back to me to say yes. But
I bet them 2 months. I've sat parole before. I mean, when I was a lot younger, I never got it. But I mean, them 2 months.
No, they dragged.
They are unbearable, aren't they?
People don't understand. Like I remember people on my wing used to say like, "You're going home, you're good, man." And I used to say, "Bro, like I've been waiting for this my whole life."
Yeah,
like there was times where I'm not gonna lie, like I probably could have lost my parole. There was times where I should have lost my parole, but the officers kind of, I didn't get in trouble for it. There was a time I didn't get let out of my cell when I was meant to be let out for like, you know, like evening association. I fucking went mental, man. I lost my fucking head. But I never got in trouble for that. And obviously I rate the officer for that because he understands how I'm feeling.
Of course, and ultimately kicking off because you're banged up when you shouldn't be. Don't mean you're going to go and kill someone.
Like everyone was like, "You're going home, bro. Why does it matter?" And I was like, "It does matter because I'm on the shower. Like it does matter." But
it does matter. People don't get it.
People don't. It's not even people don't get it. People just they get it when it's them.
Yeah.
They don't want to get it for anyone else.
Yeah.
That's what life's like. People,
yeah, it is.
They'll justify it for themselves. They ain't justify.
So much double standards, isn't there?
You know what I mean?
What have you found the most challenging since you've been out?
Since I've been out, challenging. I think for me, it's understanding that, like, you see success, these things take time.
Yeah.
Like, I say success because, like, I would say, like, I'm not going to say everyone wants money, but, bruv, I want to be rich. I want to be rich.
We've got to eat at the end of the day.
People always say to me, like, oh, it's not all about money. Listen, I sat in jail for 12 years.
Tell
I
them.
don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. I want to
Listen,
be,
that's it.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the mentality that I've got.
Like,
that's the mentality that I've got. I'm always raising the bar. It's not good enough. I'll say, I've done all my life in the bin.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So it's not, I don't want mediocre. It's not good enough for me.
Jail and do standard shit, basic shit. Like, no disrespect to anyone.
No disrespect.
But, like... I know I'm
not good
worth
enough.
more than that. Fuck,
you know you're destined for more than that.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You know, you haven't come this far to come this far. That's what I say.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
You
So,
know?
like, the most difficult thing for me is, like, having to realise nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens in 6 months. Like, if you want something great, it takes time, a lot of building.
You got to work for it, yeah. I found that challenging as well.
Yeah, and it's challenging in one way because... You want it now because you feel like
you feel like you deserve it.
You feel like you deserve it.
Yeah.
I feel like look how much years I've wasted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so you're quicker. Like I'm always on catch up.
So I'm always more. I definitely move faster than more people I know. Like, I do more things in a day than they do because I don't want to waste days.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But
lost enough time, innit?
Lost enough time.
Oh, a lot to yourself.
Literally, and like another thing that was difficult. This sounds weird, but like. I didn't realise how long I did in jail until I got out, you know?
Yeah.
And like when I got out and when I saw like how much things had changed.
Mind blowing, innit?
When I saw like people, like family looking old.
Oh, don't.
When I saw like young kids that I knew, grown man now with a car and a flat, I'm thinking,
yeah.
That, I think I went through a stage of depression where I didn't realise how long I was doing or how much time had passed in jail because you're just in a bubble.
Yeah, and it's like you live the same day every day. You don't even notice yourself aging.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Like that.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you're just preserved, you're locked away. So I've come home.
We're like a fine wine, darling. We've got better with time. That's what I like to say.
Nah, for real. But I think, it was just accepting like, I've done a long time, man.
Yeah.
And that was difficult because that, even though I'm out, you'd feel like, yeah, like he's out now, you should be happy. Like I was happy, but it still kind of hurt me how long I'd done.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that I did it for someone else, bro.
Oh,
It wasn't for, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
So even that alone was like something I had to try, like, not dwell on too much because I'll end up like losing the plot. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But
do you feel that, because I know for myself, there's certain things about me now that I wasn't like before, that I know that may not be healthy, but I know that I've got from prison, and I know that I know that I may never be able to get rid of them due to this, you know, the amount of time that I was away. Is there anything about you that you feel is changed your character or institutionalised you in ways that you notice or that affects your life, or even that other people pick up?
Yeah, I was actually speaking to someone about this today. Yeah, one thing I'll definitely say is, so, all right, cool. So I've done a long time in jail. Yeah, I've done 12 years for a crime that I didn't do. So a lot of people would say to me like, "Yo, like you're strong-minded, you're resilient, like you know, what I mean? You don't let things get to you."
Well, you have to be.
I genuinely believe I am, but what I've never really spoke about, the flip side of like being like that, when it comes to certain situations where I'm meant to be like empathetic, meant to show empathy, it's like it's there to a certain degree, but it ain't there how it should be. So like, I don't know, someone could, like, this sounds mad, but like someone could die that I know. And I'm not gonna say like, it depends on how close you are to them, innit? But like, it wouldn't really affect me like others would, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think that's because you faced some serious challenges in your life that from such a young age that, you know, ultimately you've had to deal with. That, you know,
it's like you cap how you feel.
Yeah.
In jail, you have to like cap it. You can't be upset every little thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
You're never going to survive. You're not going to cope.
So like, that's something, it's mad. I've never actually said that on any podcast. I've never really said that to the world, but like, people always big me up for like achieving this and making it through, but that's the flip side that they don't know. Because you see, now that I'm out and now that it's time to be more empathetic or show some sympathy towards whatever, I struggle to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. And sometimes like, I've had times where like I've questioned myself, like, fuck, like, am I really like that?
Yeah.
Am I a bad guy? Am I cold? What am I? Am I selfish? Sometimes I think, is it selfishness? Because like in jail, it sounds bad, but like, you got your own stuff going on. I don't know what it's like for you in women's jail, yeah, but like, see, in a man's jail, like, I can't lie, like, if something's going on with a guy, everyone's so cold, they will kind of like leave you to it, you know? Like, not in a horrible way. They might say, I'll leave you for a little bit, I'll come back tomorrow, see what
women's prison's like. I was actually talking about this last night with someone as well. How mad this is,
Okay, I thought women's prison would be more like, come and sit, oh, how you doing? Let's cheer her up. See a man's jail, I can't lie.
They don't want to get involved.
Oh, is it?
They'll look the other way.
Okay. In a man's jail, someone could like, I'm not gonna lie, like, this sounds mad, but like, there was a guy, I can't remember if he was on my servery. He was someone I spoke to. He wasn't like my close friend, someone I spoke to, but someone had passed away in his family, like a parent, yeah. And I'll be real with you, I didn't know how to comfort him in that situation, yeah. So I didn't even go check him. I didn't even mention it. I just moved like I didn't know, which sounds horrible, but it's like, I don't know what to say to you, and I ain't trying to stress over your...
Yeah.
I ain't trying to have your
you're
grief
dealing with your
when I'm
own
dealing with my
battles
own grief.
on your own.
You know, I'm dealing with my own grief, and like, no, it sounds bad, but like, no one ain't gonna care when whatever happens to me. So it's like, I can't be upset for you. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I think that you're in survival mode, innit? You gotta
It's very hard to shake that off when you get out.
That's what I'm saying. It's very hard to like I say, in jail, you can't get upset about everything because a lot of bad things happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's your wings locked down, whether your prop goes missing.
If you're emotional,
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You lose your head. You can't like.
Yeah.
Do you know what
and ultimately, that's the only thing you got left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, like, freedom's gone. So, yeah, I'd say like, man, being very.
Like dismissive to other people's kind of
I think like I'd even compare that to like, forget jail and that. I'd think like, see, even guys that have been through like war in the army or been through some sort of like mad traumatic experience, I still feel like
whatever, get back on the front line.
I still feel like they can't. Let me not speak for all, but I don't know, innit? Like, to become that tough, resilient self, you kind of lose certain emotions, man.
You do. You have
lose
to.
emotions,
Because you
man.
can't, what I learned is this, like, because I'm the same, and you can't have, the both can't exist.
It don't work. You can't.
They can't exist.
You're either
You can't
very
be
nice
strong and
lovey.
resilient and this and that, but be very empathetic and
you
emotional.
can't.
You can't be,
You can't.
if you're in touch with that set of emotions, you know, fully in touch with them other ones, the resilience and stuff can't
That's what I'm saying,
exist.
It don't work.
It
But
doesn't.
like,
Does that affect you? Your life now?
I wouldn't say it affects me, but there's times where I question, like, maybe I'm meant to be a bit more sad right now, or I need to be a bit more caring right now.
Yeah.
There's times where, like, certain people, like in my family, they might be feeling low, and I should be there to comfort them and say, "Yo, hey," but my brain's telling me they need to fix up, man.
Yeah.
Which is it's not right, but it's just like for me, if that was me, I wouldn't be moping around. I just have to fix up.
And I think that I think one of the reasons maybe why you're like that is because you dealt with so many intense emotions so young on your own. But when you see other people struggling, because I'm the same, over stuff that I just think so like trivial, I just think, oh, get a grip.
I know.
I won't say it because ultimately I can't,
not.
you know, you can't come across that way. But I just, but because we've had to be like that, I think you just think, oh God, you don't know, struggle. And maybe that, you know, that's what it is, because you've had to face so much so early on in your life that you've been forced to. So when you see other people and they're not, you just think you can't kind of relate to it in a way of not coping, because coping for us, it wasn't a choice.
It wasn't a choice.
It was not negotiable.
Literally
You had
wasn't
to.
a choice. It's true. It's true. I'd say that's one thing I struggled with. Another thing I struggled with, I used to always expect some sort of like, used to always expect violence.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's based on like the
Out
environment
since
I
you've
was
been out.
in. Yeah. Like
everyone's on.
I'll be real with you. It's only like it's probably the last 6 months I probably like eased a bit more.
Right. Okay.
But like for a while, my brain would always be prepared for something like violent to happen. Yeah. Like even when I first used to get the tube, this will sound mad. Like I always used to feel like someone's gonna push me in the tracks. I don't know why.
Really?
And
that's
then, like,
PTSD.
Yeah.
That's trauma. That.
But I've never been pushed in the tracks though.
No, but it's just a fear of, because I'm like that as well. This is so mad.
Yeah.
It's just a fear of something bad happening. It's so mad. I moved a couple of weeks ago, but I used to live in this flat, and it was, you have to go up like just like on top of these shops and up these stairs. So there's like the roof of the shops before you get into the flat, and it's so mad because sometimes I would walk out of the flat to go down the stairs, and I'd have to stop because before I would get there, there's no one there. But I would think that someone's thrown me down thrown me off the roof, which is mental, and it's not something I could even say to people because they would think, what the hell, base? They wouldn't get it. But it's that fear of something really bad happening.
Yeah. Like, connected to that, I know why that was happening, because when I was in jail, it became like a normal thing. It became autopilot, but like, I'd always be scanning for danger. Yeah. And like,
you have to.
I would like, I don't know how to explain it. So like, let's just say, for example, I'm out on the landing. I ain't got beef with no one, but I'm still scanning for danger, because in jail, it's very unpredictable. I've seen best friends try to stab each other to death. So little things like that make you realise anything can happen at any given moment.
Are you still like that? Because I'm a bit like that.
I'm still, don't get it twisted, like I'm still always, but it was, before it was mad.
Really bad.
Before it was mad to a point where like, I would look suspicious. If the police were looking, do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking everywhere. And like, I'm fixing my...
You look suspect to him,
looks,
really.
Yeah, do you get me? I'm looking criminal, like I'm about to do something, but I'm just assessing. Yeah. Cool, back to what I was saying, like in jail, remember, like I always used to position myself where I could either see the whole wing, or if the wing is like a long rectangle, it can only be behind me or in front of me. Yeah. See, when you're out, it's any direction. So I think that's what kind of...
I know.
Yeah, I think that's what's kind of... In jail, it's like...
I'm only laughing
it's
because I know
backwards.
people are going to watch this
Yeah,
and they're not going to get it.
Nah,
but I get it.
Yeah. Literally, like,
I
the
really
best way to
get it.
explain it is like, just think of a rectangle. If that's like your landing, if that's your corridor, remember, like, if I turn around, that's one way. If I look forward, that's one way. Yeah. In the public, it's like left, right, up, down. There's so much. So like, it's a lot to assess, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
most
whereas in
definitely.
jail, I could be speaking to you, but I can see everything behind you. If my back's on the wall, I know nothing can get me from behind, but everything's coming this way. I can see
Yeah.
it. When I come out into the public, it can come from anywhere, and it's almost like I'm expecting it. And like, another thing I'll say as well, yeah. See, in jail, people are very. It sounds people are gonna be shocked at this, but I feel like in jail, where it's such a contained place that could kick off at any moment, I feel like people are a bit more polite. Or I felt like people were more polite towards me.
Oh, in prison?
In prison, that's what I
Oh,
think
really?
anyway. So it's like, and I wouldn't even say people are rude out here, but one thing I can never get used to this day is people stare out here, man. And like, when I say they stare, I don't mean like they stare in a horrible way.
Yeah.
But
it's just nosy, aren't they?
Yeah, people stare. They might be looking at what you're wearing. They might be looking at your jump, whatever. Yeah. But in jail, people might look.
Yeah, but they look away quick.
They look away quick because in jail,
because they know if they look too long, you're calling it on.
It could be something. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like out here, people stare, and I can't lie. There's times where like random people have been looking at me too long, and I've had to say, "Yo,
oh my god,
like,
this
it's
is
made
so me."
Do you get it? It's made me feel like you're about to do something.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, the same thing
'Cause
happens
for
with
so
me.
long in jail,
I go, "You're
people
right."
Do you get what I'm trying to say? People
I
don't
look
stare.
nuts.
Yeah. No, but they don't hear. People, like I say, people don't get it. But in jail, like people don't stare too long
No,
because
they don't.
of what it could be.
Yeah, or if they do stare too long, you know that it's
you know
something.
what it's that.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you get it? So normal people when they stare at me sometimes, like I've got over it now, but like there was a few times I've had to like say something. And they probably don't understand, bro. They're thinking, why is this guy being so angry?
This.
Why are they being so angry? I'm not being angry. You're making me feel like you're about to do something.
Yeah.
You're about to do something to me right now. Do you know what I mean? Another thing, even police, like, just seeing police used to make me feel like...
Oh, my God, yeah. Same.
Used to make me feel horrible.
Yeah.
It used to make me, like... I can't lie, it used to make me angry. Like, it used to make
really?
it used to make, like...
Angry because of the sentence that you got?
Yeah. So, like, I don't know if that's PTSD, but... It would make me feel like I wanted to like go fight them, like go and unleash, unleash on them. That's what used to make me feel like.
Do you have like a fear, or is there ever been any kind of fear of like backlash related to the boy that died? Is that maybe, do you think that maybe relates to some of your like anxiousness when it comes to thinking, you know, looking everywhere? I know that you picked that up from prison because, you know, ultimately you have to, but is there been anything that you've worried about in terms of that?
It ain't really to do with the backlash of that. It's more to do with like, so like, obviously I've had like beef in jail. I've had fights with people in jail. And I think like the early days of me coming out, I always used to think about those guys that I had fights with that.
Oh, did you?
It never really got...
never really got solved.
It never got solved. It was
shut off.
They like, I did what I done, and then they squashed it. So even though they've squashed it, they squashed it in jail.
You don't know
if they see me out where I'm on my own now, they might feel like, yeah, I can get him back. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
that fear, like that's fear. Do you know what else has definitely played into this like overthinking stuff? It's like I see a lot of mad things on social media.
Yeah.
That you only really see, like when we was young, remember, like you would hear, oh, someone got shot, you'd hear someone got stabbed. Now you can actually see the video of them getting stabbed.
It's wild, isn't it?
And I think like seeing that a lot makes me feel like I ain't trying to get shot, I ain't trying to get stabbed. And like I say, I don't have beef like that, but this is what happens. This is what can happen in London. This is what can happen anywhere in England. It's going on everywhere. Do you get me? So I think it's the fear of like, I'm not to like, remember I was in jail, so I'm always hearing, oh, someone got shot, someone got stabbed, someone got this. But like, I'm out now, so this could be me this time now.
Yeah.
I could be getting run over now. I could be getting shot in my head. So it's like you always want to be safe.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I feel like in jail, no one's ever safe, but I felt safe. Do you know what I mean? I was good. I was good.
Same.
I can handle myself. Out here, no one ain't
Out
fist
here.
fighting you.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I feel, and this is the mad thing as well. It's like I've been like, I was so mad that we're talking about all this because I was with someone last night and I was saying exactly the same thing, and I was saying so mad because out of all the places and things I've been in life, that is where I felt the most safe
Jail,
for
innit?
points.
Yeah, it sounds, yeah.
And it's messed up,
It's
and
that fuck-
people out here that would never get that, and they would think, because to them it would be the complete opposite. That is where they would feel the most threatened or the most. But that's where I felt the most safe at certain points in my life. It's out here that I feel vulnerable. It's out here I feel more anxious, and
out here that like things can happen. Do you get me?
because you're more aware in there, aren't you?
Things can happen in jail, but I just feel
Yeah.
like you kind of know who's on your wing. You know the energy.
You know, you can
know
feel
the
it. You
vibe.
know, a kind of rough if something's going to go off.
You know the vibe. You know, if I be real with you, like, you can only really go so far. Like, you know what I mean? Out here, you can get kidnapped.
Yeah,
You
you
kidnapped.
can.
Someone can kick through your door, shoot you. And like, it's endless. So it just makes me feel like, yeah, I definitely felt more in jail. Like, out here, it's like, shit, there's no rules out here, innit? Like, little 15-year-old could pull out a sword on you out here.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. It's the fear of like, it's the fear of being harmed, innit? I think.
Yeah.
And like, I've seen a lot of people get harmed in jail, out of jail.
How do you feel about the boy that died?
In what way? What do you mean? Like, how do
Just in
like,
any way, how do you?
Oh.
You know, when you look back at, you know, obviously someone died.
Yeah, of course.
You obviously, you know, and your
was
friends,
involved,
you know, you got birded for it, involvement or whatever. But how do you, when you look back at that, like, ultimately to you, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, if I put myself in your position, I would feel like, related to that situation, I would really just think about myself.
Yeah.
I'd think, yeah, someone died, but I got life and I didn't do it. You know, but taking that to one side, which I don't know if you can do because it's you know, it's significantly, you know, it's hard to put that to one side. But if you was like, you know, you think about the boy that died, how do you like genuinely feel about that? If that was to come up, is it still that kind of emotionless, or is it, or do you feel about?
I'd say I'll be honest, like at the start, like you said, I couldn't see past.
The injustice
I've been done wrong.
for yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see past it. But like, it took me years. I'd say it took me like, it's probably like the last few years before I got out of jail. But like, I think it's like, it took me time to actually take in, like, someone lost their life here. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it's been a shift of angry at the system to kind of like angry at the person that took the life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Before I'd be like, oh, that's my. Now it's like, there was no need to do that.
Ultimately took a big part of yours as well.
There was no need to do that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there was no need to do that. Like, there was literally like, the boy wasn't involved.
And ultimately he lost his life, but you all lost a big part of your lives as well.
And it's like, it's took me years to realise like, life is too precious. And that's what I mean with like the PTSD stuff. It's like, I've seen how easy it is to just die, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can, one stab, you can die. Or one situation goes wrong, like, you can be hearted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, like, with that situation, like, it took me years to realise, but it's sad. It's sad, like, it was basically, it's so mad, but it was basically pointless, man. Like, you know, like, with this situation, like, some people cases, like, there's back and forth there's a lot of this, like, this. There was actually, like, I think it was just a spur of the moment. People were just angry, reared up, whatever.
What inspires you now? Or what inspires you, like, just in general?
Just, I've always loved, like, you know, like an underdog story where, like,
I
the
love
odds
that.
are always against someone.
Yeah.
I've always loved the film. Like, one of my favourite films is Coach Carr. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Coach Carr, I love that.
Yeah. So, like, I used to watch that religiously as a kid, but all them guys were on the way to being statistics in the area.
The black boys in New York or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of the guys, remember, his cousin got shot, he's drug dealing.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them guys were destined for failure.
Yeah.
But their coach believed in them. Their coach was dedicated to make them make it.
All you need is
Push
someone to
them.
believe in you
Do you know what I'm trying to
sometimes,
say? Someone to believe in you, but sometimes I'd say believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Because no one else ain't gonna believe in you like
You would. Or no one was going to give you the determination or the kind of drive that you can give yourself. And ultimately, people could want success for you, but no one's really going to want it like you want it for yourself. No one's really going to really care.
Nah, it's true. I've learned that in life. But what motivates me is just like, I just want to be. So I spoke about the wealth, but like I say successful as in I don't just want to have money. I want to do it sounds mad, but like I enjoy this journey that I've been on in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I didn't come out of jail and fall into money.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like
Such a beauty in the pursuit, don't you think?
Yeah. And if you'd have told me 2 years ago, I would have said, no, give it now.
Yeah.
But it's built up so much character.
Yes, it does.
And it's taught me, make good connections, first impressions, everything like, like opportunities keep coming my way, which I'm grateful for. I got asked to go on Big Brother this year,
So did I.
They've
Shut up.
probably seen us. They probably seen us on the
Yeah, they
post,
have. They definitely
it was
have.
a TV scout, and I checked them out just to say, this is some fake shit.
Yeah.
The blue tick and everything. I checked who follows them and I thought, oh shit, all the Big Brother winners.
Yeah.
So
because they asked me to do a Channel 4 documentary.
Okay.
Yeah, but I refused.
Okay.
Because they wanted me to do... Listen, I'm never going to... Listen, if anyone that knows my story, which people do, I'm never going to sell out my values, my integrity. I don't give a what's against me. I'm just not. I'm not built like that. And they wanted me to go and do a documentary on Channel 4 based on my story, but they wanted it from two different perspectives. Okay. So they wanted me, and they wanted kind of the girl that started the thing that night. That kind of like, I backed her. She left me in court, whatever. They wanted me to do it with her.
Okay. Well,
and I was like, nah. I thought, but when they said it, I was like, there's no way I'm going to... Nah, and I'm getting you clout.
Yeah.
Like, are you mad? Yeah, so...
You have to do what makes sense for you, innit?
You do, because ultimately everything is clickbait nowadays, and that you do get exploited.
It's true.
And ultimately it's your reputation, it's your name, and if it doesn't align with you, like, fuck that, man. Opportunities come and go. And for people like us, Cliche, they will. When your heart is pure, and you face, and you face challenges in life, like, if it's not right for you or, whatever... or that one doesn't work out, I don't feel upset about it because I know there's bigger and it's not meant for me, but there's more that's coming.
See with the Big Brother, I can't say I would have gone on it because I might not have made it, but the only reason I didn't pursue it is because I already know what it's like going on these reality shows, unless you've got a big enough following before it, depending on what you can even do. Like, you might not have a talent, whatever looks, because a lot of them go into branding. I look at it as a stepping stone, innit?
Most definitely, that's what I said. My friend said to me, Neah, you're going to have to get some serious media training.
Yeah.
You go on there, because you're ADHD, you just say. They went, if you don't have a drink, you'll be fine. I went, yeah, that's okay. They went, they only give you 2 drinks anyway, you'll be all right. I said, oh, come on. Who's up? Apparently they only let you have 2 drinks.
Oh, is it,
Yeah.
The whole time or a night?
No, like if you have a party.
Oh, yeah.
If there's a party in there, you're only allowed 2 drinks. My friend was like, listen, forget the media training. He'll be fine, 2 drinks. A few of my other friends was like, Neah, Big Brother, no, they will assassinate you.
But if they offered it next year, maybe. I just knew, like, I'm not trying to go on it, come out, and then just it dies out. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you need to know what you're doing.
You need to have an angle
I've
of
studied
like,
the game. I've watched all these Love Island people. What happens when they come out? And like I say,
they don't have a plan.
Unless you really, not if I'm not. I would nearly say talent. You don't even have to have a talent. You have to have a plan.
You do.
Have a plan, because some of them, remember, like, their looks, they go into gym stuff, modeling, whatever. But eventually, the new Love Island comes on, then you die out. So it's like, what can you really do? So I just
different. That's gonna last.
What's gonna So I just thought, now at the time, so I just started my new job and stuff. So like now it's wasn't the time, but yeah, man,
there's big things
excited.
coming. There's big things coming.
Still, I'm excited. Yeah,
it's exciting, isn't it? And this is so mad, and I love this conversation because I feel like I was literally just having such a similar conversation with someone last night, saying so much, literally everything that you're saying, and it's like. I said, someone last night said, I remember when I was inside and for so long of my life, I used to wake up every day and just dread another day to feel like, like
in
dread.
jail.
Yeah, when I was in jail, I said, now I wake up every day and I'm just excited for life. And I was just like, this, unless you know you've been there, said you just wouldn't get how. That's why I'm so excited all the time. And I was like, because there's just so much beauty in just being here. You know, I said, if I'm lucky to be on the wake up list tomorrow, I'll be exactly the same. You know?
It's true, man. It's like...
Gives you a gratitude, doesn't it?
You just appreciate a lot. It's crazy because I feel like to even have our mindset, you can't skip the jail and have it, which is a shame. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
it's a shame,
Like, you have to go through a madness.
Yeah, because it's like you
so switched on.
It's like you said earlier, it's, you know, ultimately it's character building, and we wouldn't have the character that we have
basically
without
you can't just get
them steps.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, my last 2 years, when I look back, I've enjoyed it because I've seen my progress. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I've seen my progress in me. I understand life better, as in, do this is cheaper than that, or do this, this will be more beneficial. Don't do that, because did you get me? Like, I have more of an understanding, whereas like when
what star sign are you?
Leo.
Oh, you're a Leo. Oh my God, yeah.
Well?
Yes, we got Leo gang. Love that.
I'm the 8th still, 8th for the 8th.
Oh yeah, we like 8th of the 8th. And you're 29?
30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, wow.
Yeah. What about you? What number?
I'm 25.
25th.
No, I'm 25.
What do you mean? Age?
Yeah. Why do you look so shocked?
No, I'm not shocked. I meant the date.
I'm joking. I'm not 25.
I think you're going to be. I swear you're going to be.
I'm joking. I'm like, do I not look 25? No.
I feel like the same age, just like around my age.
Yeah, I'm around
25 will make you a Gen Z. You definitely in a Gen Z.
Why?
Because they're different.
Yeah,
you know
we're cut different, aren't we?
They're different. They're on some... They grew up on social media.
I've only just learned about this Gen Z, Gen X, Gen O.
We're millennials, innit?
Are we? Why is that?
Because when we were growing up, it was the new millennium. So like we grew up in the 2000s, innit?
I thought millennial meant you was born in them.
Nah, that's what I thought as well. That's like, that's like, it's all like, there's Alpha and all that now. Jump, yeah, it's mad.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, we grew up in the millennials.
Right, so we're millennials.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start dropping that now. I'm a millennial. So how have you found dating since you've been out? And I'm asking this because obviously I've looked at some stuff, and I know you haven't done anything with a female before, have you? Not like, I mean, oh, fucking hell.
What, a podcast?
Yes, obviously a podcast.
Have you? Not of a female, no.
Yeah, so I've looked at some of the stuff, and I've noticed that because there's not a lot of people that do. Not a lot of females that do. So I know that there's things that men just wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like men and women have different angles.
Yeah.
So I noticed that wasn't touched on. How have you found dating now since being released after all them years and going away so young and coming out grown? Has that been challenging?
It's not really something I've been pursuing, you know.
Straight.
Yeah, it's not really.
Is there any kind of reason for that in terms of, you know, any impact of how long you was away, that you maybe have some kind of reservations about it, maybe?
That could, do you know what it is? That could play a part, but I just think for me, I'm just on a journey.
It's not a priority, innit?
I'm on a journey, man.
Yeah.
I can't lie, like, I've seen a lot of guys, like, I don't know, come out of jail. There's nothing wrong with obviously getting into relationships, but I just think it has to align, innit?
It does.
I don't think, like, I know what my journey is. I know what my plan is. I know what so it will come, it will align when it's right.
Yeah.
So basically, I know people, like, they've gone, oh shit, I'm 30, I need to get a girl, I need to do this, and then it's just gone, they forced it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're putting themselves under pressure.
They're looking at age, they're looking at this, they're looking at that.
Yeah, looking at everyone else, comparing.
Looking at everyone else, and then they thought, fuck it, I'm just going to do it now, and then, bro, it didn't.
It don't work out normally, you just wasted your time. Or distracted you,
It's bad right now for my friends, so it's like, I've learned you don't force nothing, you just, you get me, like, things will align.
As and when it's meant to.
Align, like I say, like, if you're doing good things, you're going to be in certain spaces where other people are doing good things, similar things, you meet, like, you know what I'm saying, these things come, but definitely weren't trying to just come out and just have bare kids. Like, that's what a lot of guys. That's what a lot of guys
yeah, they do. Yeah, a lot of girls do that. So they get out, and the next thing you know, they're pregnant and
bare kids.
got straight away, and I'm like, whoa, do you even know their second name?
No,
I'd be like, name, blood type.
saying.
I would know it all.
I think like we forget, like having kids or someone's such a big thing, and
It's huge.
It's
People
not
do it so they don't think about it.
Yeah, people think like it's the same as seeing someone when it ends. It ends. Now, like you're in that kid's life for 18 years, or you might not want to be, or you might want to be, and they might not want you. Just like you're tired, and
you're tired.
down.
Yeah.
And there's bare things that come with that. I've got a friend who's a lifer. He had a kid with someone when he was in DCAT. He's come out.
Oh,
but he
wow.
didn't really know. This is what I mean. Like you met someone in DCAT, but you don't really know her like that.
Of course
Do you get what
not.
I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And like her holding you down for your last 2 years before parole is not the same as you living with her in
the real
world
life
for 2 years. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So everything's sweet. He's come out. He's a lifer as well. You know, he's done like 15. Come out, got into some. I don't know what happened in it, but all I know is she lied to the police on him. Oh, he's back in jail, man.
Shut
You know what I'm trying
up.
to say? So it's like,
Oh my
you
God,
could
these bitches be crazy. Shut
That's
up.
the father of a child. But what I'm trying to say is she knows, you piss me off, I can get you recalled.
And this is what they do.
Just what I'm trying to say.
Dangerous. This is why people don't think stuff through, and it's
I'm
so
trying to say?
foolish.
You don't know. It's not something you just jump into.
Nah.
A relationship isn't something you just jump into.
No.
Definitely not having a kid straight is not something.
No.
I literally had a kid with her pretty much like in the first 6 months. So it's like, I've seen a lot of that happen.
Yeah, me
So
too. Yeah,
I'm trying to like.
I'm back on on the fence with
You
that.
have to be a bit careful. Like, you have to know what you're doing, innit? And I've seen a lot of like guys go down because
of
the woman's scoring. Yeah, so I just think, raw. Like you proper have to know who you're dealing with,
you're getting involved
and
with
what
before
she
you
would
start.
do, the lengths she would go to get you down. Like,
Yeah.
Because like I say, sending a man to jail, people see it as such a minor thing. I see it as a big thing.
That's
my
huge.
friend that's in jail now, remember he's a lifer, so he ain't even got a release date. He got to sit parole again.
And I hope that he gets parole.
Hope he gets parole. He could go to jail. He's in jail right now. He could be in jail thinking, fuck, like, I'm gonna, like, he could be vexed.
Yeah.
He could fuck someone up tomorrow. He could beat up an officer. And look,
never see
she's
daylight
ruined
again.
him. She's ruined him. He could literally
over what?
half knock an officer to death because of everything that's happened to him. Yeah. And who's laughing?
She is.
He's just sat there another 6 years.
Yeah.
She's moved on. Like, it's mental.
Yeah.
Like. And I always say this, like, jail, we only have so much of our sanity, you know. I always say this.
Yeah.
We only have so much of our sanity. So you keep sending a man to jail in and out.
Yeah.
Eventually, once it goes, it goes.
Chips away at you,
I don't
doesn't it?
believe, like, you know, some people say, like, then, I don't believe you can really come. I don't know. I've never been there, but I feel like once you're gone, how do you come back?
Yeah.
Because I've seen guys on the landing gone.
Yeah.
I think, geez, I can't even imagine them ever being like
normal
back
again.
in normal
Yeah,
society.
same.
So,
I've known girls that have been, you know, just like me, just like normal. I don't know. Don't know if I'm normal, but yeah, but just just like normal girls, and then just seeing them bit by bit, just fading away, chipping away, and then to the point where I've known certain people inside years, and just look at them and they're just gone. And it's really, really sad.
I know.
Because you know that, like, they're not the person they was, and you sadly know you're never coming back,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, the relationship stuff, you have to be careful. I feel like if a woman rings the police, that's like...
Listen, if someone calls the police on me, I'm telling you now, you best move area. Yeah. And, you know, serious. And you could never... You need to leave the country. No,
have you ever had someone try to say they'll ring the police on you?
Yeah.
Oh. What, a guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
When I first got out, I was with this chump. I don't even want to give it any airtime, but, you know, I had my first boyfriend in fucking, like, you know, years and years, and it was just more of a, I don't know what I was doing, and, you know, I was just figuring it out, and when we used to argue, he hated social media. He was really, really a lot, and when we used to argue, he used to say, call the police.
Yeah, that's mad.
And I used to literally, like, almost borderline have panic attacks.
That's mad.
Because all I'm thinking is, the police, because
Yeah,
I know that
yeah.
I know that you've got that, you could call the police and say anything.
Yeah.
And I'm away.
You know what's crazy?
That is fucked. I'm sorry, it takes a different kind of fucking individual
that's an evil guy.
to do that.
But
That's
what's
fucked,
scary
man.
about that is that's a guy, like...
You're a bitch,
it's
man.
wrong. Whoever does it is wrong, yeah? But I've never known a guy to threaten a woman. That is crazy.
I know. I then realised, obviously, after a while, that I don't actually think he was male.
Oh,
think there's some, think there's some kind of, you know,
crossover.
yeah, some kind of defects in you know, in what is it they say in biology,
Saturn.
yeah,
Saturn.
all of that,
Saturn inside him.
something
Chromosome.
like something, yes,
Well, I can't
that's it. There's some
like that.
chromosomes missing, something like that,
triple.
something really off key. But I knew that people like that are really dangerous,
Yeah, of course.
and I learned that he used to do that out of like a knowing that would be obviously my deepest fear and the only control. Like really sick. You've got to be a different kind of messed up person to be like that. But anyway, yeah. Defo learned from that as well how dangerous people can be and how, you know, doesn't matter how close to you people try and be or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes the closest people to you are your biggest enemies.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know, it's a scary thought.
Scary, yeah. That's what I was gonna say to you. Like, people always ask me, they're like, "Right, like, how do you like navigate knowing that?" And like, I don't know, like someone could like you could potentially be recalled, innit? Like,
Yeah.
So they say, how do you navigate? And for me, I just like, I don't really think about it. I'll be real with you. I don't think. Everywhere I go, I don't think. See me, I can't lie, I'm more worried about being harmed than being recalled, which sounds mad.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm more on safety than getting recalled.
And do you know what's mad? I'm like that. I'm
more on safety.
I'm constantly worried. So mad. And I've never like said this before, but I'm constantly worried about being like attacked or being under threat because I worry about that happening in my reaction or what I would do because I know my options are go to prison or get hurt. And that is such a fear in me that I think I'll always have. And I think that's related to why I went away. And, you know, so many, if I didn't react, I wouldn't have went away. But then it was like prison or save myself. So so it's just like I have such a fear of being in situations where I'm vulnerable.
I hear you.
Or
even me as well, like a lot of times I know it's the I know myself in it, so like I will try to avoid situations. Like I basically don't want to be drawn out. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Straight,
'Cause
definitely.
I know many times I've been drawn out and then it's all gone wrong. As in, you know, I might have been on the way to get enhanced and then someone's drawn me out and then I'm in the block and I just like many times I'm like, fuck, like that's the
I know,
only
and then you're
thing.
like, oh, all that hard work, I was nearly there.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And like going to the block in jail, you couldn't even compare that to 2 years of being freed and going back to jail. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I just know I got to avoid certain situations because I know how I'll react. And like, I feel like the longer you haven't been in a draw out, you're more grounded.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Most definitely, yeah. The more you've
been away from that bullshit, let's say it happened like, something happens a bit later where potentially I'm drawn out, like, I'd handle it way better than 18 months ago.
Most
Do you get what I'm
definitely.
trying to say? Like, before it would have been mad, but now come to grips with it more. And like, even you being a bit scared, like, as a woman, that's not even a jail thing, you know, like, a lot of women nowadays in this day and age, they're scared, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this till I had conversations with some friends of mine. They were like, women have different fears, like, when they go out, when they're even dating, like, even like, I don't know, you might have heard of this, like, if a woman meets someone online and she's having a date with him, she will send his ID to her friend, or she'll send like a picture.
Put the location on and all that. I've never gone out with anyone online.
I used to think that was mad.
Yeah.
But I get it though, because I've met
some real predators out there.
Weird guys. Yeah. Like, I didn't know. Remember, I've been in jail, so like, you hear stories, you see guys, but you never really see the seediness in it. Since I've been out of jail, when I go, like, I've been on nights out, I've seen guys that are looking for the drunkest woman. Do you know, like, or they're walking with the woman she's barely alive right now. And I think,
I don't do clubs. I go to little bars and stuff here and there, but I don't do clubs. Don't do going out with, love them. I've got loads of great female friends, love them, but I don't do nights out with females, drinking and stuff. Not that I won't have a good time, and I was saying this last night as well, it's mad. Not that I won't have a good time, but just that they'll be vulnerable because they're drunk. You know, I feel that is a vulnerable situation for me that most people would just do, but I see that as a red flag. No, you know, like, you don't know how you're getting home, or you're not. People can take advantage of you, or your decision making is, you know, less, like, you know, less how it should be, and
100%.
you're less rational and you're less alert, and all that stuff that you know you could just I should be able to just go out and have a good night, but
I know what you're saying.
it's always like self-preservation, protection, and all that stuff. It's wild, isn't it?
Sometimes, like, when I go out, I don't really go out clubbing like that anymore. But when I do go out clubbing, like, it's like I've almost half accepted. It sounds like half accepted it could go wrong.
Yeah.
Which is not good. It's not great.
But I feel like you need to, in a way.
I've half accepted, like, this could go left tonight, but we'll keep it all right. But, like, that's just for me to just have a good time. I keep overthinking, like. But I'll be honest with you, see the clubs and that's not really for me, you know.
Yeah, same.
Ain't really for me, like.
We're grown up now, darling.
That, but when I'm there, like, I can't, like, I'm never that comfortable anyway. I'm always, like.
Same.
It's just not me, innit? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to explain it. I think it's an age. I don't know. It could be an age thing.
I don't know if it's an age thing. I
just think.
And I think because we've been around
It's just
so
like,
many people as well, it's kind of, it's not, I don't know, but for myself, I've been in prison, so I've been surrounded by loads of people. And so when I'm in environments like clubs and stuff, I'm surrounded by loads of people.
Strangers,
it's not and it's not a comfortable environment for me. I don't know you. You're all like off guard, you know, like you're all drunk, and it's just, I don't find that settling at all.
Do you know what else as well? I used to sound like a granddad when I used to say this, but I used to see people like proper having the best time of their life, which you should, which is nice. But I just always used to think, I'm not partying or celebrating like that.
Yeah.
Till I am where I want to be in life.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
My
Like,
brother used to say that to me when I used to go out, when I first got, I used to go, what are you celebrating?
Yeah.
You've got nothing to celebrate,
yeah. It's mad. Like, people will literally spend all their P's, their monthly wage, not all of it, but they'll splash.
Yeah.
Latest night to wake up the next day and they're bumping.
Bro,
like, it's
with a
dead.
headache.
It don't make, to me, it don't make
sense.
That does not make sense. Like, I've got other things to put money into, whether it's like the music or whatever.
Back to the music.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Anyway, great. We love that. Yeah. So today, you're going to drop something for us, aren't you?
Yeah, but the beat's on YouTube though. Would you be able to?
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah. So Cliche, talk to them. Tell them your at.
My handle. Where's the camera? There. Here.
That's you. Yeah.
So like my handles on Instagram and TikTok is Cleeshay1. That's CLEESHAY 1. Cliche 1. Yeah.
Louder. Tell them.
Louder.
And today we're dropping. What you dropping today? Tell them.
The thing is, I didn't even know. Like, I wasn't even.
I sprung it on him, darling.
No, I wasn't even gonna. This might even never come out, but I'll drop it.
Yeah. So anyone that is not following or aware of Cliché's music, I'm going to tag his art on this video when I post it. But yeah, absolutely lit, and he's gonna drop a little something for us today, honeys. And then I'm going to wrap up here with Cliche. I'm going to add his art. Make sure everyone likes, subscribes, and comments. And yeah, big shout out. Remember, outspoken words inspired actions, honey. Neah inspired, and we're here for it. Big up Cliche on the mic. Let's go.
Cool.
On the mic. Tell him, Cliche.
This is actually something I wrote in jail.
Is it?
Yeah, so like, it was written when I was in jail, innit?
Hard bars for days. Jeez. Cliche, everyone, YouTube, Instagram.
Bring the beat a bit closer. Yeah, cool, let's go. Yo, I've seen cell after cell. Fam, I've nearly done a decade. I've rang bill after bill. When I bang it at his chest plate, I can't tell you how I felt. When them chicks went and left me so much pain I can't reveal. I had to take it on my chest, G. No love for my barrister, that dickhead went and failed. Now I'm talking to a counsellor about my mental health. Nobody understands me cause I'm nothing like the norm. Now she's asking about my family. Why's the love so overtorn? Why's the love so overtorn? Let me take you back to 05 when I was just a spawn. When my parents used to argue, I could hear it through them walls. Made them happy's what I can't do, so I'm slamming off them doors. Now I'm angry with the cause and fam, I feel to smoke a draw. I was smoking to the head, never cared about the law. I was mobbing with my friends, then something turned corpse. Then they hit me with that M, and when they had me in them courts and started fucking with my head. That was 2K11, when a kid got convicted. I don't know about heaven, cause God's been kinda distant, so be careful of a snake. Cause your boy could be a witness. Why did Aaron have to take the stand and talk my niggas business? Yeah, that's it for now still.
I'm calm. That you absolutely smashed it, man. I love that. It's been so great to have you, Cliche.
Thank you.
Honestly, and do you know what? Obviously, we got to wrap up now.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But I feel like we could talk for ages.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'd love to do something else with you.
Yeah,
Another
let
time
me
if
know.
you're up for that. Most definitely. We've got.
Therefore.
Yeah, and go into maybe some other stuff. I think you've got some. Yeah, I'd really love that
you.
if you're up for it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I appreciate you. So everyone, big shout out, Cliche. I'm gonna add his and his Instagram handles. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and also make sure that you follow as well for Cliché's music and just to follow the journey and just to support the thing, man. So yeah, big shout out. So from me, Neah Inspired, and
Cliche.
tell him louder.
Take care.
Till next time.
Now I'm living my best life.